Hi, y'all. This is Bobby Boy here from Superstar Studios, and you know how it goes, man. You know you a star when you get too far. No. Wait a minute. That's when you'll never get too far. Drop my pick there. Unless you know you a star. That's right. Well, this is Bob, and we're going to do a video on harmony guitars. This particular harmony guitar I found in a pile of garbage, believe it or not. Some nice person threw it away, and I found it in the garbage. And it's a great guitar. Listen to it, man. It's great for free. What a beautiful thing, man. And the only problem with it was when I found it just had a slight arc in the neck. So I had to pull the frets out at the top here and sand it down right there, put some frets back in. After that, man, it was working great. I'm not even a guitar builder or none of that stuff, man. I just wanted it to sound good and make it work, and I made it work. And you could too. It's a great guitar, and even if you add a little bit of distortion on there, it'll still sound nice. You'll still hear that tone come through, that nice harmony USA wood tone. Yeah, these were great guitars, and you know, they were making them back in the 50s and 60s and selling them in Sears for, you know, a damn good price. Now, you didn't have to pay much for them back then, and you don't have to pay much for them now. They're vintage, but yet they're not considered, you know, they're not a Gibson, you know, they're not a Martin, they're not a, you know, any of those Guild, they're not any of those famous brands, but it's American wood. And not only that, back then, they made the wood thinner. It's real thin right in here. So what happens is it makes the wood more resonant. And you put the resonance from that thinner wood on top of it being American wood back from the 50s and 60s and American craftsmanship, and you know, you've got a guitar like no other. They don't make them like this today. This is the true American guitar. So after I fixed this one, I figure, well, what the heck, I'd like to buy another one. They're not that expensive. So I bought me another one. The other one I bought was a which one was it? Damn. Oh. No, that was this one. It was this one. They all look the same. You know what I mean? So anyway, I got this one here next, and I'm not gonna plug this in or nothing. So this is just that's the other thing. These guitars sound great when they're not even amplified. This has a pickup on it which I installed, but I ain't using it now. But it's a great guitar. I got this one off eBay for $75, and the only thing wrong with it was this was cracked off. The head of the guitar was cracked off. I had to glue it back together. You can probably see the glue line right in there. It's you know, I'm not no perfectionist or nothing, so I don't really care. As long as it's glued back together and it holds, that's fine with me. It plays. So I glued that, and then I had a crack in here, and a crack in there. I just threw some glue in there, and it's held together pretty darn good. Only thing was, after I was all done fixing it, I knocked it over. Can you believe that? All the work I put in there, and I knocked it over. So when I knocked it over, it cracked. It cracked in here, and it cracked in there, and the thing was separated. So I just threw some more Elmer's glue in there. I put a clamp on there and had it clamp on there for like one day, and after that it was as good as new again. And you just got to remember, never knock these guitars over, because they're old and the wood is very dry and brittle and thin. But you know, that's a good thing that the wood is thin, because the wood is thin, it makes it more resonant. That's a good thing that the wood is old, because that makes it more resonant too. It cracks easier, but it's going to sound a lot better than, you know, some of the green wood guitars that they put out today. And then before the wood even ages, they lacquer it with 10 tons of lacquer to make it look nice and pretty. And you know, this ain't no pretty guitar, but it's going to definitely sound better than a lot of those guitars that, you know, you'll buy for $1,000 or more. And this thing only cost me $75. You know, and then start figuring, well, this came out good, so $75. How can I lose, right? So I bought another one. On eBay. I bought this on eBay for $50. Same thing. It was cracked. It was cracked right in here. This one was cracked right along there too. I had to glue this back on. I did have to put a nut in there, because it didn't have that in there. Yeah, all these guitars I had to put my own bridge on. You know, just slap the bridge, which is movable. You can put the bridge so you can get your tonation right. Wherever you fool around, you'll get the right spot where you know where all the notes are right, no matter what fret you play on. And this guitar, this was my favorite one, actually. And then after I strung it 2 days later, it started cracking in here. Because I guess it didn't have strings on it for probably years. It was laying in the barn somewhere. There was actually a nest in here, like a rat's nest, which I had to get all the hay out of here and all of the stuff that the rat used to put in there. And but unfortunately, after it was strung up for a couple of days, it cracked in there, and then the action was so far away from the neck that it was practically, you probably can't even see that, but it's too far away. The string's too far away from the neck, and the tonation went off. No matter what you do, it's not going to sound right. So it's a slide guitar now. You know, you can always. I'm looking for my slide here. I dropped it here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. I dropped it at the beginning of this video. So here it is. Here's the slide. And that's all this guitar is good for. But hey, for $50, it's worth it for that. Because it's... But I'm afraid to tune the strings up high now, because if I tune them up higher, the neck's going to arc more and it might crack again. So I just got to leave it where it's at. It's a little bit low. Oh my good. You can have a lot of fun with these guitars, because it's you know, it's a very inexpensive guitar, and you can just so you can have a lot of fun with these. And the tone is great, because you can't lose with the tone, because it's American-made wood from the 50s and 60s. It's American-made craftsmanship. These Harmony guitars are the best-kept secret. So the cat is out of the bag, man. You got to get one of these guitars. Anyway, thanks for listening, man. And my name is Bobby. You can check out some of my stuff at Bobby Shaw, or you can check out some of my stuff on YouTube, Bobby Shaw 7. And you'll see me playing some of these guitars on some of my videos there. Thanks for listening, man.